लोकतंत्र केवल कागज पर लिखे अधिकारों का नाम नहीं। लोकतंत्र केवल कागज पर लिखे अधिकारों का नाम नहीं, यह उन हजारों शहीदों के खून से सींचे हुए वट वृक्ष है। और जिस वृक्ष को आतंकवाद की आंधी और अराजकता की आंच झुलसा दे, उस वृक्ष को बचाने के लिए जन सुरक्षा कानून ही सबसे मजबूत जड़ों की तरह खड़ा है। Honorable judges, eminent guests, and my worthy opponent, this is court number 15 standing before you to rise to speak against the motion on this topic, that is Public Security Act is not detrimental to democracy, is not harmful to democracy. And let me begin by saying this, that without Public Security Act PSA, democracy itself would stand on shaky ground. We often idealize democracy as unlimited freedom, but my dear friends, let us remember the words of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the chairman of the drafting committee, who said, "Liberty cannot be divorced from discipline." और we can say in Hindi, स्वतंत्रता और अनुशासन एक दूसरे के पूरक है. Democracy is not a license for chaos. It is a system where liberty and order coexist, and the PSA is a very important instrument which ensures this order. Critics often shout that PSA violates the Constitution, but let me remind them Article 21 of the Constitution guarantees the right to life and liberty. My dear friends, whose liberty matters more, the terrorist, the riot, or the innocent child who simply wants to walk to school in a peace? Article 22 of the Constitution permits preventive detention measure. Yes, the framers of our Constitution, the drafting committee, the chairman committee of the 1947, wise as they were, knew that extraordinary situation requires extraordinary safeguards. So when my critics say that PSA is unconstitutional, I say it is not an enemy of the Constitution. It is a constitutional child of democracy itself. Terrorism in Jammu and Kashmir is not a myth, it's a harsh reality. Take the recent Pahalgam example where 3 to 4 terrorists were hidden in a village with the help of local people. Should we wait for a bomb to explode before it's acting? Should we allow policemen, mobs to riot and then count the dead bodies later? PSA acts before the blood is spilled on the ground, before the gun is fired on the ground. और we can say in Hindi, एक अपराधी को रोकना 1000 निर्दोषों की रक्षा करना है. Stopping one criminal is protecting thousands of innocents. This is not a weakness of democracy, it is its strength. Now let me take on my critics directly, who has used many of the statements against this law. First, they use that PSA violates human right. My dear friends, whose human right? The terrorist plotting to kill innocent, or the innocent citizen who simply deserves protection? They say this law, PSA, can be misused. I reply, every law can be misused. Even freedom of speech for the hate speech in the parliament can be misused. But the solution is not removal, the solution is not abolition, the solution is accountability and reform. Ladies and gentlemen, do not forget, India is not alone. The United States of America, USA, the world's oldest democracy, has Patriot Act, which allows preventive detention. The United Kingdom, UK, has strict anti-terrorism law. France and Israel to use emergency detention when the nation's survival, nation's security is at stake. If the world's largest and oldest democracy can use such laws, then why should India hesitate? Why should India not use such tools? PSA is not a dagger at human heart. It is a shield, it is an armor that protects its law. So let us not forget that democracy is not only the right of one person, it is the right of a collective. As Mahatma Gandhi said, true freedom is freedom from fear, and stopping one extremist, PSA can protect thousands of innocent people who can love, live, work and vote without fear. My dear friends, we live in a socialist secular republic, sovereign nation where the laws are made in the legislature and then passed on to the executive and then to the public. If these laws are made, like, of course, every law must be used responsibly, but Public Security Act, there should be strongest judiciary under Article 2 to 6 and 32, stronger review board, zero tolerance for political misuse, and transparent implementation. If there is not a problem in the law, there is a problem that how we are implementing this actual in our society. So, the ancient civilization believes in Raksha, that is protection, before Moksha, that is liberation. With the Jammu and Kashmir, we have Maharashtra Public Security Act. If Maharashtra Public Security Act later realized in 1981 that we need such security to safeguard not only the people of our country but the major events that are happening in the Mumbai. Now, let's come on the next point, that while I was was talking this topic, I was remembering one sentence that, being youth, what is my responsibility towards this act? Then according to me, this PSA must evolve with AI-based monitoring, de-radicalization program and youth mentoring to the citizen. If we create this law such a strong and powerful, definitely each and every people living in the nation would be secure and there would be strongest judiciary. Now, let me end with the wisdom of Kautilya from the Arthashastra, which says, the king shall protect his subject as though they were his children. Honorable judges, this Public Security Act does exactly that. It does not destroy liberty, it protects it. It does not destroy, it does not silence citizens, it preserves it. And it does not weaken India. Weakens India, my Bharat Mata, it makes her unshakable. The modern India needs the modern PSA, the modern Public Security Act. Only then our Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi, our Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas will happen. With this, I firmly say